so sweet. It's craved all around the world. It's even become a staple on most holidays, such as Valentine's Day and Christmas. Hi, my name is Ashton Zorns, and today I'll be talking to you about the origins, types, and uses of chocolate. Let's start where chocolate comes from. It comes from the cacao tree, also called Thyramboa cacao. And it starts out as these red and yellow pods, and then they're cracked open to reveal a white fibrous center that then is laid out across banana leaves and dried for several days to ferment, and it can be really smelly. And when it ferments, then you reveal the cocoa bean, which is in this picture also. It's the bottom part right here. The cacao tree is native to the Caribbean, Asia, Africa, and the Americas. If you would like to read more about the origins of chocolate and the cacao tree, you can do so in The Chocolate Tree by Alan M. Young. And next, I'm going to talk to you about the types of chocolate. So types of chocolate are classified by the amount of cocoa liqueur and cocoa butter that's in them. Cocoa liqueur is a paste that's from the ground down cocoa beans, and cocoa butter is the oil that comes from it also. The first chocolate is dark chocolate or bittersweet chocolate. They're essentially the same thing. If it has 35% or more chocolate or chocolate liqueur, it is then considered dark chocolate, which I have an example of right here. I'm going to try those here in a second. The next type of chocolate is couverture chocolate. It is about 35% cocoa butter, so it's very smooth and it's often used for glazes, and it's prized by chocolatiers all around the world. The next type of chocolate is milk chocolate, which contains milk solids, sugar, and vanilla, which gives it the milky flavor, but it's not used in baking as much because the high milk content can make it so your bakes don't come out as smoothly, and the flavor can be altered. The last type of chocolate is milk or white chocolate. That's not even chocolate at all. It's mostly milk and cocoa butter. It's about 45% or so cocoa butter, and then it's just mixed with milk and sugar. But it can still be considered chocolate because of the cocoa butter. It's often used for glazes and things like that. You can read more about the recipes and the different types of chocolate in the book on baking. It is the textbook of baking and pastry fundamentals. And next we'll talk about the uses of the different kinds of chocolate. So chocolate can be used in a variety of desserts and savory dishes as well. In the Mexican culture, it's often used in mole, which is not sweet at all. It's actually can be very bitter. Otherwise, it's used in desserts such as cakes and cookies and things like that. It is also used for glazes and fudges and different confectionery treasures. And also chocolate can be used in all kinds of cuisines, and especially French cuisine. It's popular in mousses and like souffles and things. It's also popular in African and other cultures. And lastly, I will just sum up everything. So, you can pause it for a second. So about the different types of chocolate and their uses. You can put it to use on trying different recipes yourself. Thank you for letting me inform you about chocolate. It is a magical resource that everyone in the world loves in some form. And I'd like to leave you with a quote by Judith Vorst. Chocolate can bring around a lot, and this is present in that quote. Strength is the capacity to break a Hershey bar with your bare hands into 4 pieces and only eat one of them. My name is Ashton, and I informed you today about chocolate and its origins, types, and uses.
I can or
Blur my face out.
Blur your face.
And if there's any questions while I pass out the different types of chocolate.
I have a question.
Okay.
Didn't they start out using chocolate at some point for like medicinal purposes?
It was medicinal purposes in like the Aztec culture. They often drank it because they weren't sure what to do with it, so they noticed it was a nice resource. It's known as the tree of the gods, or the food of the gods, because it was so prized everywhere.
Is any relation between cocaine and chocolate?
So that would be the coca or
Poppy.
cocoine plant, I believe.
Okay.
Weed?
Different
It's
plants.
their
then.
leaves, and so that's usually used for altitude sickness.
Okay.
But it takes a long process that it's ground. The leaves are ground down into.
Those are separate plants. Though.
Yes, they're
Okay.
completely separate
I
plants.
wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I learned about it in my Spanish
Okay.
class.
Okay.
That's awesome, yeah.
We have coca beans that you guys can try,
Nice.
and they're roasted, but you'll have to crack them
Where
yourself.
did you get them?
My Spanish professor,
Oh,
she has a whole